All right, so today we're playing Before Your Eyes. It's a game that came out today, April 8th. I've been waiting for a long time to play this. It's supposed to be an emotional story game. The only real premise of the story that I know is that the main character has died and is reliving his life through his memories, good and bad. So that's about all I know so far. So let's get into this. Now we begin. This is a game about blinking. See, every time you blink, the game will notice. See how this works? Oh, that's awesome. Try blinking at the white symbol. When you see a metronome and blink, you'll jump forward. Keep blinking. Getting closer to the water. Ooh. I love the audio to this. It sounds so good. The music and the visuals.
Lucky fowls. That's mine.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
Of course.
I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there? Lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or that's a better word.
The birds.
Notion? Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? A big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts.
You're saying liar.
Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
So if I don't make it in with a good life, I get turned into a seagull. It sounds like
Sorry,
I'm calling him a liar.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing.
Oh, I blinked too early. He was
Just
still talking.
Try to enjoy it this time.
Before your eyes.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us.
This is just the field that I remember.
Why are you smiling like that? You must really like it out here, huh?
I don't want to blink.
Well, I get that. I like it too.
I love that they made it blink it because you can stay as long as you can keep your eyes open. As soon as you blink,
Mm.
it changes. Hmm. So it says the first thing I remember. So I'm wondering if I'm a kid.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
I must be. These are my childhood memories.
You see that big spiky plant over there?
That's called an agave.
11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
To keep your eyes on it. Still watching
It really
it.
slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Now, where's the first page of my piece?
Up over
I can't
there.
find it anywhere. Did I put it? No.
Okay, so there's stuff like, oh, I didn't mean to blink. Shoot,
Hey,
that I can
go
find.
ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
1 year old Benny. That's
We
my
have
name.
to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It would really be something to see how he grows.
It's so wholesome.
Man.
Oh, I keep blinking too early, right as they start talking. I'm missing it.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Yeah.
Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough.
The tub.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
That's very specific.
It seems like she's a
I
composer of
also-
some sort. Oh, I keep accidentally blinking. That's the whole part of this, is that
Look at his little face.
once you accidentally blink, it's gone.
What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
So,
Toy boat in the sky.
do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not.
I don't want to close my eyes yet.
We're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
I'm like
You're right.
little tiny blinks that it's not picking up on. I can hear all the
You're right.
dialogue. Oh, that's not good. That's not a good energy. Good dynamic.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was.
I'm trying.
Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you?
A
right.
boat.
No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand.
I looked at
Thank
that
you
and
for
thought it was a
considering
boat.
my
That's so
piece,
cute.
Doc.
Just a child's mind.
It really means a lot.
Seeing the beauty and everything. Well, the world moves on around them.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color. Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If you're mad that you aren't good enough yet, you'll just have to keep working at it.
That sounds like projecting.
You know, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what you have in your head. You'll be a real artist. Unlike your poor mom.
Aww. Next memory. Scrapbook.
See? That used to be my piano.
Baby Grand.
My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it.
It's Fiora Elise right there.
God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
No. I thought it was going to take me
I
away.
think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though.
I don't want
He
to
was
move
what you might
past. I want
call
to get the next
the
picture.
strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach.
It tends to
I don't
happen.
even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
A human suitcase. So she's not happy where she is. I think this story is going to slowly get more and more sad when it comes to this part. The family dynamic.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
Is it a puppy? It's going to be a dog.
I just don't want him to get attached. Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No.
So sweet.
Find someone to take him. But while he's here, I say we call him Ernie.
Well, they're naming him. He's not leaving
Little
once you
Ernie.
name him.
Fits him, doesn't it?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat?
Yeah, I just mean for now. Of course, we're not going to keep him.
Right. I believe that. I know where this is going.
For now, honey.
I don't want to blink. This is so wholesome.
But another thing I'll just say quickly. You build up a resistance to allergies over time.
This
So
is
what
true.
you're allergic to now, like that's why an allergy shot to give you what you're allergic to. So he's like a human allergy shot full of love with one eye. Just considering.
I just know a month from now, he's going to be sleeping on my pillow and I'm not going to be breathing.
I love him.
No, you'll be breathing because you'll have developed a...
He's so sweet.
Just said that, Mike.
Okay. All right. He can sleep on my pillow. Fair?
They're not very happy with each other. The cat's still here.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one?
Minor.
Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
I love how it focuses in and out.
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
It's the kind of things I don't want to blink past because it's like, it's so wholesome. It's the kind of memories I wish I could remember from my childhood, you know, that I can only remember little bits and pieces of. More scrapbook.
She was in grad school studying composition.
This time it's with Dad.
I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, which I very quickly lost.
Lost the gravitas.
God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Ooh, Egypt.
Now, the ancient Egyptians believed cats had godlike powers. They would have worshipped our little Ernie. Can you imagine?
I worship our little Ernie.
Sorry,
He's so
Ernie.
cute.
Born in the wrong time period, I guess.
Oh, she's not there. Ooh. Going for the big piano. Gonna try out Mom's piano. Growing up.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure. But, anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very gifted.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
Good idea. I think that settles it.
That's what he was going for.
But who's this mysterious woman you're talking about? I hope you're not in love with her.
I really was for a while, but then she revealed herself to be much stupider than I thought.
Richard, what are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
It's so wholesome. Oh, it's gone. Ernie's eye. It's opening up a little bit.
Oh, God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Get it, Ernie. Get it, Ernie. Aww.
Don't worry. I already did.
Oh, thank God. For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got
Is there any more to look at? Alright, they're looking for jobs. I'm trying to see all these little things. There's so many little things to notice. So one of them is looking for a new job.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table.
He's so big now.
They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Must have gotten a little bigger in the... Oh, Ernie. Bad Ernie just peed on the table.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I'm gonna draw Ernie
I
again.
guess that's true.
Don't want to go to your head, but yeah.
That's so sweet.
Please, let
Ellie Stevens,
no.
corporative
it's time to use the litter box,
accountant.
though.
Oh, I didn't mean to blink. So she got a new job.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music.
I think I've seen the
I
metronome
want you
a
to
little
start
bit.
using it before Grandpa comes to visit. My father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that.
Huh.
I haven't seen him in over 10 years.
So it wasn't a great
Can you
relationship.
believe that? I wonder.
Oh no, my eyes. It's dark now. want to see what happens. I don't want to blink yet. Okay, I gotta blink.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay? Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
So she's really pressuring me
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that.
because of how her
Oh
dad
my.
pressured
Well,
her.
I don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much you change it.
Oh, that's the hard part with this game, and the whole premise is keep your eyes open because once you blink, everything's gone. Which is
Ernie, buddy.
very similar to how real life is.
Ernie, we
Oh, the
need
cat's
you.
gone.
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried.
Hmm.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
God, honey, I'm worried too.
I know, sweetie.
Lost cat.
Ernie, kid, come to Papa. I know you're mad about last night, but this is ridiculous.
What happened last night?
He's back.
Oh, God.
What?
Well, if he survived that, I don't know how worried we have to be.
Okay, well, let's take this seriously, okay?
Savage.
He has one eye. That means predators can come up on one side of him he doesn't even know. Okay? Let's take this seriously.
He really loves the cat. The mom
Ernie!
doesn't.
Come on!
Oh,
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
Thought I was.
Uh-huh.
Ernie got
That
the
was
Gregnant.
Pee-hole
Peel
distance.
Say that one
distance.
more time, sweetie?
Pee-hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something, then it's one or the other.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know.
So
I didn't
sweet.
think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it
No, I didn't mean to blink.
keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
Are you able to pick up a new book?
Yes, the Manila Galleon is of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah, got those two.
Insanely expensive, right?
No, can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did.
Hmm.
Stupidly great.
So I'm starting school, and they have to pay for the expensive books that come with it. Visit Australia. All the dinosaurs. Nope. Must be like 4. I'm guessing 4 or 5. Music has definitely changed here, and I'd assume this is a nightmare of some sort. Repressed memory, maybe? I want to see how close I can get to the door before it disappears. Gotta keep my eyes open. Oh, if the cat's dead out there.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand.
Hmm.
listen to him, Richard.
Fear Elise.
I've been listening to him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Alright. Back to the camera.
2 brackets on each side. 2 screws on each bracket. 2 washers on each screw.
Get some free
So that
blinks
means
in
we
when I
need
can.
8 washers. We have none. Where the hell are the washers?
The quiz said find the 0, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything.
No, I didn't get to. I didn't mean to blink. Dang. I'm struggling in school.
B. First of many, I'd assume.
Piano trophies. Getting older.
I want that box full by the time I come in there.
Giveaway.
We don't
Aw.
play with it anymore. We're getting rid of it.
I remember these times. These times were always hard. Getting rid of your toys, everything you try to get rid of. You're like, oh, I used to play with it. I'll probably play with it again. And you don't want to get rid of it, but you're not going to play with it. You're not going to touch it ever again.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down, and I'll drive it back and you up
So this house was for sale before, and now it's not. So these must be the new people. New people who just moved in. She's not happy about it.
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Speaking of cats, I haven't seen Ernie in so long.
inside. It's late.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you.
Meeting the neighbor girl. Ooh.
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
So wholesome.
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't...
No!
Quiet, everyone. Betty's
just
about
did
to play
again.
for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Maritime.
Ah, very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Okay,
That's so
more wine?
rude.
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Nah, what a show.
Alright, so snide comments, that's not a good place to be. So
The class is world history.
I do think it's
My
interesting
name is
the
Mr.
connection to maritime
The class will
archaeology
be broken up
with the
into
beginning,
units.
being in the water.
On your desk, I wrote you something.
Dear weird neighbor kid. We're in the same class. What a coincidence. Please keep in mind that while we're at school, we don't know each other. Do not talk to me
This is a
ever.
quote.
Love, Chloe.
I want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Those who cannot remember the past are
Now,
condemned
go on to the
to
next
repeat
slide.
it.
Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes.
So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If
You broke
we
my no
do
talking
not
rule,
act
but I
account
asked you
past,
to, so
that's
I guess I'll have to let
embarrass
you live.
ourselves in all sorts of ways. And now on to what you've all been waiting for.
Grades.
Grades. Assessments. 60%. Those are tests and quizzes. Class work. 20%. That's work we do while at class.
So these two are definitely going to grow up next to each other and fall in love. That's my prediction.
I will give you a moment to write this all down.
Okay, I think I have to blink past that.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
What did I get? What did I get? Ooh. Got a
Little
game
guys are
system.
pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of
Conchesters.
that crap.
What's it say? A new Conchestant has approached. At long last, your favorite Conchesters are ready for battle for the playscape. Join Marcy and her four sad brothers as they search for their lost mother, the legendary Queen Conch, and trap the gooey monsters with Dr. Ebb's patented seashells. They coerce them into spectacular battles. When all else fails, just use your conscience. So it sounds like it's kind of like Pokemon, but with water creatures.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
That's so sweet.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut
Tickle
up, shut up, shut
stick.
up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use tickle stick. Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard.
Draw her anyway.
Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly. Ugh.
So sweet.
It's called a magnet school.
A magnet school?
It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in.
I mean, blink.
So what
it's
do you
a
think?
Music
Benjamin?
school.
You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Oh, this
Sorry,
is crusty.
he's very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable
So I'm
of.
leaving the other school with Chloe, my friend. Go
So,
to music school.
I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah, and who did you study under?
John MacDonald?
No, blinked. All right, there's my music I need to practice.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there.
The whole
And
thing
a
is a
lot of
fast
stuff
run.
I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion.
I guess it's like
just this
12,
once.
10 to 12 right now.
I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age.
It still seemed pretty young.
I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Crumple?
What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days? I barely know whose kid you're supposed to be.
He doesn't.
Oh my God, Benny! What are you thinking? You could have killed us.
I don't want to leave the school. That's where my friends are. Oh, got a cell phone now.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Should I be rebellious or listen? Guess I listened. Can't even answer it, so.
Oh my God. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Yes. Yes.
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let him talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man,
maybe
did I just
am
cause a
little
fight
checked out,
with your
but
parents?
I actually think the
I'm
fact
sorry,
that I'm
dude,
checked out means
but
I'm
you
able
should
to
also
help
cherish
the ocean
these
here a little
moments.
bit.
My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot. Anyway, so basically across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types. So
It's
we got
definitely like a
leaning
Pokemon
on lobstar a lot more
knockoff.
in these reef battles. Then, once we get to the trench, we'll be facing what they call craniate types, so chondric types will be what we need. But we haven't even gotten any of those yet. Anyway, it's all pretty complicated, so we can go over it in history class tomorrow. But listen, I definitely don't want you to play without me. But if you do end up playing without me, spend as much time as possible in the red reef, because that's supposedly where you can find these chondric types, which we're for sure gonna need. But we'll talk more tomorrow, okay? Okay,
So
I gotta
sweet.
go.
There's definitely a crush there.
Anubis, in the
Egyptians.
presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land.
Egyptian
of
god
the
allows
dead.
souls in the helpless.
And what if they
Like
are
the
deemed
jackal.
unworthy?
Like the
Well, you can
one
see
in the
that
boat at the
ugly
beginning.
fur ball under the scale. That is Amamet, and she's got.
Mr. Kid.
Yes, that's a
That's
she.
Mr. Kid.
The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a
Tonight after my
hippopotamus.
dad goes to sleep, I'm going to sneak out of my house and go
Though
to
I
the
would not
beach.
say that to her
If you,
face.
I'm going to open it.
Now, as you can
If you want
see,
to get
she
invited,
is
draw me a
ready to
picture of Mr. Isaac
devour
feeling
any of the
constipated.
deceased who do not
Love,
pass
weird neighbor
judgment.
kid.
Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more friends
Ew, why scribbling is he right so
now.
serious looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Ooh. Being rebellious. Days until audition. I've got my audition tomorrow.
Since he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, well, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this with no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Oh, that was not cool.
Close your eyes.
Oh, Richard, please.
She said, I guess you don't understand what being really good at anything is like. Oh, I always do that. Right at the wrong time.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Trust you.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Classic. Oh, now I've got to make the decision. Sneak out. Can't follow parents' footsteps.
I didn't think you'd actually pick up.
The
I'm
whole
a
time.
sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
So sweet.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Kongsters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We
It's
would
true.
have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it.
Oh, the feelings
Like,
she
my
had
favorite
while
vegetable is the
we were
tomato.
playing it.
But Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most.
Savage.
Which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways.
Should we tell him
I
that she
think
likes
I
him?
like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Stay here. Oh, it's so sweet. They're looking over at each other. This is it's so cute. No, it's gone.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night.
Oh, she knows.
You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. We're going to be there soon.
Gosh. She's crazy. So I take a nap on the way.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Who's we? Uh-oh. It's not doing the greatest. Oh no.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough.
Uh-oh.
So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right. I really want to thank you and your mother for coming all the way out here. I know it was quite the drive.
Not gonna have a happy mom now.
Maybe I pushed you too hard.
Yep.
Maybe I turned into my own father.
Yep, that
I
too.
don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
That's fair.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
Uh-oh. That's never good. I couldn't keep my eyes open.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a while means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really...
Inaudible. So I had to stay home because I'm sick. Can't imagine it's because I went out on the beach at night. Well, seeing as I'm there again. So much garbage.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Where's the disobey button? I want to play video games. That's what you do when you're sick, right? She never actually gave him away. It's my boat. I love that. He's becoming real good at drawing. So it was like the second June 7th.
Ready.
Try it again.
B.
Ooh, with color this time.
What's he doing in there?
He's drawing. He's becoming completely obsessed.
Finding something I'm good at. My family told me. It's the same day.
Why isn't your son doing this, Al? No. Well, ever since he got sick, all he does is make art.
It's true. All he does is make art.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Yay! Where is this? Is this... Am I still sick? Is
We
this
gotta
at school?
thank you for this, Benny.
That must be at school
Annabelle's
clothes,
so
yeah.
pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
Savage. Oof. We beat the horse portrait. Art school application. 2 short paragraphs describe what makes you want to pursue a career in the arts. So I drew on it instead. That's so sweet. Makes sense.
You are not here to learn to be painters.
Painters?
You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies! Oh.
Ponies. Right there. Beautiful. My first painting at art school. Yo. That's whack. I don't wanna... Oh, that's so weird.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. Very
Censorhood.
zany. Very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card art.
Oh, that's savage. I don't want to do it again.
There you go, Mr. Bryn.
Ooh.
Feel each shape.
Getting some interpretive art. Whatever it's called, impressionist.
Oh, you fiend!
You fiend? I don't like that it's the naked
I
guy
want you all
talking to
to
me.
take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece. I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn. for I fear with talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
Benjamin Brin.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
I made it into a... I wonder how old he is at this point. To make it into a museum or
I know that
hall of
lots
some
of
sort.
agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and
This is his
alienating
mom.
and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Hmm.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. One little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Preston Hoover gave you her card. Now, I want you to cut that card into little pieces and feed.
No!
Don't worry.
No.
You're not selling your soul.
Oh, so the mom wants me to sign it, and the art teacher. I've had the whole thing of disobeying the mom the whole time. I have to do it again.
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent.
Throw it?
But what's talent? Okay, that's it. Get out of my office.
No, I blinked.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
So I'm guessing he would have had dinner with his mom if he hadn't. If I had signed it.
Ah, this is divine.
It must be, I'd assume,
So,
21 or something.
Now that you've grown your wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly? May I suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be stifled.
No, I didn't see the metronome. No. The Sphinx. I'm in Egypt. It's like I said I wanted to.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Brin?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Of all places.
They know my name. I'm a famous artist.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich.
There you go.
Oh, but listen, Benjamin. Now is the single most important
That's the painting I just did.
in your entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love a rising star, and how bored we become once it's settled. Keep rising, Benjamin.
Stuck in traffic looking at my own painting on a billboard.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while. But really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're just gonna get back to work, okay?
There's some. Oh. She's not telling him.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife is most proud of.
What's the dad?
Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? You ready to come up here?
She passed away and she wouldn't even tell me on the phone what was going on.
B? Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
The symbolism.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
His mom just passed away, even if it was 6 months.
You are a snake. You are a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brin is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brin is silent because Benjamin Brin is hard at work creating his greatest work yet. But you are doing nothing! The world has forgotten you, Benjamin! They have moved on! And I have moved on too. You have broken my heart.
So he hasn't recuperated from his mom's death. The teacher is not
Calling to
helping.
tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
It's so hard. You keep seeing her and everything that's there, and
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter.
The boat.
I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but
keep the
well, I'm just so happy that you did.
She just wanted you to focus on your work.
Oh, it's her. It's just her
That's
song.
the only thing that mattered to her.
This is the one that she
What's
wrote.
that? What's so fascinating, son?
Going back to his roots. The seashells. At the beginning, she wanted the seashells. We looked for the seashells on the beach. Bringing it all back. Painting of her as a child.
It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us.
Oh, I didn't mean to. A life in painting. Passing Day, inspired by the musical composition of his late mother, the composer Ellie Stevens. Relatively unknown in her life, Brian lifted his mother's work out of obscuring the
neighbor.
creation. It's Chloe.
My god, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to? God, you were such a little jerk back then. I kept that drawing, you know?
Aww.
Oh my god, I bet it's worth quite a bit of money now.
Probably.
And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
Oh, that's exactly what he would have needed to hear in this situation.
Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
Finally going on that date from when
I'd
you
really
were,
love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out.
I don't get
with
to
the
have
word
that drink.
choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
Probably lonely.
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town.
And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
Choosing a composer. She became
His
an
mother
accountant
was a
after she
composer
didn't work
who,
out.
with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion or more like a taskmaster?
Oh, it's so hard. It's like she just passed, so I want to do the nice one, but she's definitely more demanding in the moment.
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now, be honest here. Don't be bashful, man. You can tell me.
Say how they interacted, how we say first love. They finally connected again at the end,
But on the eve of his big audition, he
get to go to that
completely
drink.
dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece.
said shut up, you scumballs! You lucky fowls!
Am I not gonna get to live out the rest of my life?
Alright! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. Once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
So I shouldn't lie. I gotta tell the truth or else I'll get turned into a bird.
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
What?
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass.
What I lied about.
So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this
I lied about
time,
the whole story.
I want the truth.
Back at the beach with my mom.
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
She's crying.
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel...
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone.
Isn't that
So
what I
asked
did with
him,
my painting?
What about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was.
I get all this. We need to move. This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
Oh, I gotta keep my eyes open for that entire timer.
I'm getting it.
So this is one of the
Hello?
repressed ones that disappeared.
Yes, of
as
course.
soon-
This is Elle, his daughter.
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
One eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused. Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
The cat. This one. Keep moving for the next. Yeah. I don't think we ever saw the cat after this. This must be a repressed memory of the cat. Oh, it's the coyotes. Oh, it's all the
The death
kittens
of those cats
too.
must have taught you a terrifying lesson.
Oh.
That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I
Back on the
like hanging out
beach.
with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you.
Ugh, keep blinking.
I'm not worried about who you are.
No.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking.
This is the next one that.
Make sure you stay engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want to hear us talking about this.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point?
So I have to keep my eyes closed.
What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep.
No, he's not.
It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs.
That's the plant that died so the tree could grow. The plant at the beginning, it's represents his mom, how she passed so that the tree could grow, in a sense. His talent. He never reached his full potential.
You were
until
sick
then.
for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
Remembering more from when I'm sick.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
So artsy.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Great Life of Benjamin Brin. His childhood was a lonely one. Growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. So this is the story that the ferryman told the judge.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day.
Oh, he let her
First
read
love?
it.
Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it. I do.
Back in the hospital.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to
Mariah.
get comfortable.
These are not fun. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to
Knock
blink.
back. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
I'm gonna let her read it. How do I let her read it?
I can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, I'm certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud. Okay?
Must have hurt them to read
Okay.
that he
Love
thought
you,
his mom
buddy.
was demanding. That must be what she was hurt about. Benjamin Brin was a loser. Oh. He was the worst Brin to ever live. He didn't even try to fight the disease inside him. Was all that before not even real? He just laid down, died.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
So that red thing represents pain.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't have to go to school with me,
I don't know if you're embarrassed about our night at the beach together or what. Why did the phone go away? But I just wanted to call you to say I don't really appreciate being lied to. And it's not that I need your help in history class, you know. I actually...
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but... Yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Just trying to bring back the thing that brought them back together. She's falling more distant.
Wait, is that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
I'm still hooked up to an IV and a monitor.
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Oh, I got a blanket. I don't want to. He's playing the song to keep his family together. Push the button to get the red monster to go away. It's not going away fully anymore. Oh, he's on a respirator now. So he's gotten much worse.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Oh, 'cause all the kittens got eaten by the
Oh, her
coyotes.
poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
Getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more
Some
than deserves it.
sashimi.
Oh, I think you're right. She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
We've seen
You
the
do
stars here.
realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that.
I
But
don't want to blink in case it makes it go away.
hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Dear weird neighbor kid, you are my first love. Love, Chloe. Oh, it's slower now. I can't even...
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Having you close your eyes at those parts makes it so much more surreal. Be brave, Benny. I can't even take my meds anymore. Metronome's moving slower now.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
The metronome just stopped.
You have to do something. Richard, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
It's okay, Benny. Just close your eyes. You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
What's all the plants with the trees? I don't remember what they called them. It wasn't aloe. That's all those plants that have died to make the trees at the beginning of the story.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
The metronome stopped halfway through.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brin. Benjamin Brin was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be.
Blink.
So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
Oops. Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Wow. I've never played a game like that before. This is easily the best game I've ever played.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0
I mean, use of the blinking to switch scenes when you couldn't see what was going on in between made it so surreal. And using the closing the eyes really put you in the shoes of Benny. I definitely recommend playing this game to anyone who sees this. I've never played a game, even heard of a game, or anything like this. So, if you like this video, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Minsim, 2 M's. And